So we can now sing. Yasomati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Jivan Prabhu. Is he there? Yeah, you're back there. Okay. Do you want to sing that? Ready to sing that? Yeah, but you're ready to sing it? You feel confident to sing it? Okay, so we can sing that. It is Kirtan also, right? Shravan, Kirtan. Last time in Leicester I sang so many songs, but I'm not going to try this time. I'll let other people sing the songs. So please sing that. You can all find on your device the song Yasomati Nandana. This is a Radha Krishna temple. Where's the temple? Maybe we could go for darshan. It's on the other side, huh? Maybe just... Do you know, Sham, when the temple is open? 6:20, that's now, is it? And then it's open throughout the evening, is it? Okay, so maybe we'll finish this session about 10 to 7, and we can go for darshan there, and then come back here for Gaur Arati Kirtan. Did you all find that on your device? You're not. Yeah, it can be a little difficult to sing. Anyone else like to try, or any other song for that matter? I was just thinking I'd like to comment on that song, give a little commentary afterwards. So, do you want to sing? Okay, you go ahead. It's good to sing Vaishnava bhajans. If we can sing, that will be very helpful for our spiritual advancement. Help us to become closer to Krishna, especially this is Nama Sankirtan, so many names of Krishna.
Yasomati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Yasomati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Yasomati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manohara. Gopi Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manohara. Kadiyadamana Vidhana. Kaliyadamana Vidhana. Amala Harinama me avilasa. Amala Harinama me avilasa. Vipina Purandhara Navina Nagara Bara. Kamsi Badana Subasa. Vamsi Bhajana Suvasa Brajajana Palana Asura Kulanashana Brajajana Palana Asura Kulanashana Nanda Godana Rakhvala Nanda Godana Rakhvala Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundara Nanda Gopala Sundarananda Gopala Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanahara Jamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanahara Rasarasika Kripa Moya Rasarasika Kripa Moya Shri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natabara Shri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natabara Bhakti Vinoda Shraya Bhakti Vinoda Shraya Yasomati Nandana Brajapura Nagara Gokula Ranjana Yasomati Nandana Brajapura Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana
Hare Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Thakur penned so many songs. Many of them are Nam Kirtans. In this songbook, showing Gita Bali, there's one just before this short song, 4 lines. Jai Jashoda Nandana Krishna Gopala Govinda Jai Madana Mohana Hare Ananta Mukunda Jai Achyuta Madhava Rama Vrindavana Chandra Jai Murali Vadana Shama Gopi Janananda. That's it. Short and sweet. Srila Prabhupada, out of all the many songs of Bhaktivinoda, he chose to repeatedly sing Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Somehow that song particularly appealed to Srila Prabhupada, and he sung it regularly before giving Bhagavatam classes. Fully absorbed. What a memory of Srila Prabhupada. It's in my book, but I just remember seeing him. One particular time I remember in Vrindavan, just seeing him fully absorbed in chanting this Jai Radha Madhava. So this song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Yasomati Nandana. This kirtan is for advanced devotees. Advanced in the sense that they are appreciating Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes. If we're to talk about God, there are so many prayers to God. There are many beautiful prayers to God in the Catholic tradition, Orthodox tradition, Gregorian chants, in Latin, praising the glory of God. This song is not praising the glory of God, well, in one sense, but then it's the glory of Him not being glorious, of Him being simply loving. These names, they relate. They're mostly specifically connected with Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes. So if we're to talk about God, as Krishna does himself in Bhagavad-gita, he says, Pitaham asya jagato mata dhata pitamahaha. I am the father of the whole universe, and the mother, and the support, and the grandfather. I'm the father and the mother of the whole universe, but he has his mother also. How exalted is, how exalted is Yasomati, another name for Yashoda. Yashoda means one who gives fame. And Yasomati means one... What does it mean? Do you know? Yasomati Mataji. One who is famous. She has fame. She possesses fame. And Nandana means pleasure. You have the word Anand is similar. Nanda, Ananda, Nandana. She's famous because of Krishna. But she's not interested in being famous. She's interested in Krishna. And Krishna gives her great pleasure. Shukdev Goswami, after speaking the whole Bhagavatam up to 9 cantos, simply becomes astonished at the fortune of the residents of Vrindavan. Ho bhagyam nanda gopa vrajokasham yan mitram paramanandam purna brahma sanatanam. Oh, he says, how fortunate are the residents of Vrindavan, because the Supreme Absolute Truth, the personality of Godhead, has become their loving friend, living among them. He mentions, Shukadeva Goswami also mentions about Yasomati, how could she have such fortune that was not given even to Brahma or Shiva? That the Supreme Lord, thinking of her as his mother, could suck her breast. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur in this song has chosen to open by thinking of Krishna as Yasomati Nandana. Then he is also Brajabara Nagara. Nagar gives the sense of a playboy, a man of the town, a man who's, of course he's a young boy, but he's a woman's man, and he's the best of them in Vrindavan. Yasomati doesn't know anything about this. He does all, the whole of Vrindavan is centered around Krishna's pastimes with the gopis. But there are two classes of gopis. One is the young gopis who are attracted to Krishna in a transcendental male-female loving relationship. And the other class of gopis, they see Krishna as the sun, the level of the sun's age. They deal with him in loving affection, like a mother. So both things are going on side by side. And Yasomati, she doesn't know about this. She's very fond of Radha, but she doesn't know about all this Ras Leela and this and that. Gokula Ranjana. He gives pleasure to the whole of Gokul. Gokul literally means a place where there are many cows. And Krishna but specifically refers to the land of Vrindavan. And Krishna is what makes Vrindavan very happy. When he leaves Vrindavan, everything is there. Cows are there. Yamuna is there. The Radha Kunda Tata, Kunja Kutira, Govardhana Parvat, Yamuna Nira, it's all still there. The banks, or the cottage in the grove on the bank of Radha Kund, it's still there. Govardhan Hill is still there. The waters of the Yamuna are still there. But no one is happy because Krishna has left. The whole of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, his internal reason for his taking the role of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to relish the painful ecstasy of Radha feeling separation from Krishna. Gopi Paranadhana. He's the wealth of the life of the gopis. Of course, there are many devotees also who concentrate more on his relationship with the males that we'll come to later. Nanda Godhana Rakawala. But he's particularly famous. Brajabara Nagara. The best of all the dashing, charming males of Vrindavan. He's the wealth of the life of the gopis. And the six Goswamis, especially Rupa Goswami, has brought that out in his plays and his others' writings. Madana Manohara. Madana is Cupid, who by inciting pungsastriya mituni bhav, feelings of sexual attraction between males and females, he takes away the mind of everyone. Everyone's mind is entranced by the thought of enjoying members of the opposite sex. But Madan himself, Cupid himself, his own mind is taken away by Krishna. Kandarpa koti kamaniya vishesha shobham. Krishna's extraordinary beauty is such that it's more attractive than that of millions of cupids. Kaliya damana vidhana. Oh, I didn't say the name Kana. Kana is a nickname for Krishna. He has nicknames also. He has so many names they may call. We'll find in the Bhagavatam, in which Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan are summarized. We don't get it all. But Krishna is addressed by so many names. But we don't find the name Kana. That's a very intimate name. It's a nickname for Krishna. Krishna is addressed as Govinda, Damodar, Madhava, for instance. In the 10th canto, we find devotees calling out to him by these names. But Kana is a nickname by which his mother, his father, his friends, generally he's known as Kana. Balaram is Balai, Radharani is Rai, all nicknames, short names. Kaliya damana vidhana. He is the one by whom Kaliya, the snake Kaliya, was suppressed. And this was the first time that the young gopis, it came out openly that their feelings for Krishna. And then Krishna, we won't find this in the Bhagavatam, but he enjoyed a nice dance with the gopis on the hoods of Kaliya. They're all dancing together on the hoods of Kaliya. So Kaliya did a great service. You had to be pretty expert because the surface, you can only put one foot on one head and the heads are moving up and down. So it requires a lot of expertise even to not fall off. What to speak of dancing. But Krishna is the greatest dancer also. Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the pure chanting of the holy names of Krishna is a nectarian way to pass our time. Nectarian activity. Bhaktivinoda Thakur very clearly, this could be a big topic of discussion, very clearly he had a very deep love of the holy name of Krishna. Rupa Goswami also, he extols the glories of the holy name in his Namashtakam, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the 8 verses of Namashtakam, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has expanded that into 8 songs in Bengali. So clearly, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the very last song of Sharanagati is about Bhaktivinoda Thakur, how he's feeling the effects of Krishna as his holy name. We can aspire for that. He has such loving feelings for the holy name that these poems, these songs, they just manifest in his heart, and then he writes them down. They come, they spring from his heart. Kirtan doesn't come from the throat or the tongue or the brain. It comes from the heart. Is that right, Jivan Prabhu? You're doing so much kirtan. It's not a material process. Krishna has blessed you with a fairly good voice by which you sing, and you love to sing. You go do Harinam Kirtan. But you can't go out regularly and do Harinam again and again and again just for fun or just on some philosophical basis. It has to come from the heart, and that chanting will affect others. Srila Prabhupada's chanting affected so many people and is still affecting so many people. Musically, Srila Prabhupada, he wasn't the greatest musician in the world in terms of music. But the quality, he was a proficient in music, no doubt, but he wasn't up with in terms of musical skill. He didn't cultivate that as a central point in his life. But the quality of his chanting is such that it's directly in contact with Krishna. When he chants the holy name of Krishna, he is doing what he's told us, that Krishna is dancing on your tongue. He manifested Krishna, or Krishna agrees to appear. Krishna is happy to appear in the sound of his name. Otherwise, we can chant the holy name of Krishna, but if we have an offensive attitude, then that won't be the holy name actually. Harinam, yes, but Amala Harinam. We won't experience the nectar of chanting. When we say it's from the heart, we're not talking about sentimental heart. We're talking about Bishoy Charya Kobe Shuddha Hobe Man. When the heart that is free from material desires. So how are we going to get our heart free from material desires so that we can chant purely? Chant. Vipina Purandara. Krishna is the king of the forest. He's wandering in the forest. He's the great king in the forest. Navina Nagarabara. Again we have the word Nagara. We had Vraja, Bara, Nagara, and again we have the words Bara and Nagara. Navina Nagara Bara. So Vara can mean the greatest, it can mean a husband. And Naveen, he's always fresh, he's always new. Even though devotees, they see Krishna every day, they're very anxious to see him newly again every day. They don't become tired of Krishna. It always feels that it's something new and fresh and wonderful. That is Adbhuta Ras. The sense of wonder. This is wonderful. Krishna, always new. Not boring. I've done it so many times. Done it so many times. But Kobe hobe bolo shede nama amaraparad guchi shudha nama ruchi. Kripa bole hobe hridaya sancha. When will, by the power of Krishna's mercy, the mercy of the holy names, the mercy of the Guru and Vaishnavas, my offensive attitude will be completely finished, and I'll have taste for chanting the holy names, and then the holy name of Krishna will manifest in my heart. And Krishna is always new. Vangshi Vadana. Krishna is he means at his face he has a flute. He's very, very fond of his flute. Krishna is very fond of his flute. In Vrindavan, he doesn't have a club He doesn't hold, as he has Vishnu in Vaikuntha, has the conch, the wheel weapon, the club and the lotus. Krishna may sometimes hold the lotus, but his favorite, Vangshi Priyasaki, his very dear friend and companion in Vrindavan, is his flute. So just as we don't find Shankha Chakra Padma Gada in Vrindavan, we don't find Krishna's flute outside Vrindavan. It's a very special feature of him, one of the 4 features of Krishna that distinguishes him from Narayana, Venu Madhuri, the sweetness of his flute. Suvasa. Vasa means, well, it means several things, and su means very good, very nice. So suvasa, vasa means clothing, so he's very nicely dressed, very nice fragrance. He lives in a very nice place. Vasa means a place of living. Everything about him is very nice. Brajajana Palana. He's the maintainer of the people of Vrindavan. He's the maintainer of everyone. But the residents of Vrindavan especially look to Krishna. They get used to it, that there are so many disturbances, but don't worry, Krishna will look after us. They become used to that. But more than anything, he maintains them by his love, and that's why they feel devastated. The whole life of Vrindavan is the land of love. They feel completely devastated when he goes away. But their love simply increases more and more and more in his absence. He's also Asura Kula Nashana. He does that in Vrindavan also. Killing the demons, destroying the demons. Asura Kula. Kula gives the idea not just 1 or 2, but a whole bunch. And yeah, he killed so many demons in Vrindavan. That's one way he maintains and supports the residents of Vrindavan. Nanda Godhanar Rakhoala. For a Vaishya who's keeping cows, his wealth is measured in cows. How many cows do you have? So Nanda is very rich. He has so many cows. And Krishna looks after them. As a good son, he does his father's business. And he has so many pastimes. He's famous more for his pastimes as a cowherd boy than he is in all his heroic activities as Vishnu. But he's very famous as a cowherd boy. That's also why he has a flute. Flute used for play the flute, call the cows. But he also uses it for calling the gopis. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda Madhava, Govinda, name for Krishna, very famous and well-known name of Krishna, which he got when he was bathed by the Surabhi cow from the heavenly planets. He was given the name Govinda. It's an eternal name. It means he who gives pleasure to the cow, the land, and the senses. Very much loved name of Krishna. And Madhava, the husband of the goddess of fortune. And can also mean who comes in the Madhu dynasty. Navanita Taskara, butter thief. That's very much a Vrindavan pastime. We don't find that in Dwarka. Krishna's going and stealing butter. He's more civilized. That's why they love him more in Vrindavan. He's not so civilized, not so prim and proper. He's always unpredictable. But it is fairly predictable that if you don't protect your butter, he'll steal it. And it's also fairly predictable that if you do protect your butter, he'll steal it. He's a very competent thief. He's the best of all the thieves. Choragraganya, this Vallabhacharya has made a whole song about the chief of the thieves is Krishna. Sundara, that can be taken as a name in itself. Beautiful. What can you say about Krishna? Beautiful. And particularly Sundara Nanda Gopala. He's Gopala, protector of the cows, and particularly Nanda Maharaj's cows. That's still a fairly common name. Nanda Gopal. In South India, it's a fairly common name. Nanda Gopal. Yamuna Tartachara. There's the river Yamuna, and then just like we have Yamuna, we shouldn't sing Yamuna Tira Varnachara. Yamuna. It's by Sanskrit grammatical adjustment. Yamuna Tartachara. Yamuna Tartachara means the same as Yamuna Tira Varnachara. More or less. Yamuna Tira Varnachara means who moves about, who wanders in the forests on the bank of the Yamuna. And Yamuna Tartachara, it doesn't mention the forests, but it says who wanders along the banks of the Yamuna. Gopi Vasanahara. He steals the clothes of the gopis. That's for Krishna. Don't anyone else try and do that. Any such thing. Rasa Rasika. He enjoys the rasa dance. Kripamoy. Now this name can be extended to Krishna outside of Vrindavan also. But for those who can understand it, and as followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are focusing on Krishna in Vrindavan. So Kripamoy, his greatest mercy we see is his Vrindavan pastimes. Sri Radha Vallabha, the lover of Radharani, and Vrindavana Natavara, the best dancer of Vrindavan. Krishna dances with the gopis, that's well known. He also dances with the cowherd boys. They have a different kind of dancing. Young cowherd boys dance. They also enjoy dancing. So he's the best of dancers in Vrindavan and everywhere else for that matter. Then Bhaktivinoda Ashray. He's the shelter of Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna. There was going to be a presentation by Hrishikesh Prabhu, but we put that off till tomorrow because we want more devotees to be present, and hopefully there will be more present tomorrow. I said we'd go for darshan just before the arati. The time for arati is given as 7 o'clock, but we can be flexible because we don't have any rigid deity program here. So let's go and take darshan of the deities in the temple here and come back and then celebrate Gauranger Arotik Shobha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyascha